Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, do you wish to be the very best, like no one ever was? Then don't turn that dial, because you're listening to the wokest magic podcast on the internet. This is Casually Spike, and I am your host, Kahuna Dakota. And I'd like to say an alola to my band of friends. Ace Trainer Jaren.
Alola.
Kindler Jeff.
I'm here more often than Cole.
Hiker Devin.
Hey.
And Dragon Tamer Bill.
How's it going?
So, Jaren, let me hear about what we're talking about this evening.
First off, I really don't think that computers or phones have dials anymore.
I was going to go with that, but yeah.
Well, mixers have knobs, that kind of counts. Sort of, not really.
Anyway.
But most people also wear headphones too, so...
I guess the only place
Which
really,
also have knobs.
Depending on how much you dump.
Dials is in the steampunk scene.
Ooh, then you can
They
wear
have
goggles.
analog dials,
You can wear
yeah.
goggles with that. Oh, I like where this is going. All right, so overview is we're going to talk about the Pro Tour Team Series soft launch, which will launch during PT Aether Revolt. Then we're going to talk about how Standard Showdown is looking and when it's going to start. Plane Chase Anthology releases next week. And we're going to discuss Iron Root Chef, which was a community league thing whenever WotC and the community played against each other at the Invitational 3 years ago now, I believe it was. So, all right, who wants to go ahead and start with whatever the thing is? Yeah, Team Series. Devin, you were reading it.
Yeah. They're pushing to start this Pro Tour Team Series thing during the next Pro Tour, I believe, which is not that far away. I believe. What, January?
Like 2-3 months? It's like
They just had...
Well, wait.
2.5 months.
Well, wait, the list here says starts in November in Albuquerque.
Yeah, PT Albuquerque in 2017.
Oh, oops.
That's when it actually launches.
Yeah, it says that the Pro Tour Team Series
Reading
rewards
the notes
players
explains the notes.
who have prepared with a team by offering a cash prize to top finishing teams to qualify for the Pro Tour Team Series finals to be held in the 2017 World Championships. That's the finals.
Yes.
I believe it's supposed to be...
That's our recording.
Yeah. So I believe that the next Pro Tour is supposed to have the team as well. I think the prize pool is like $50,000, but the only way to qualify is you have 6 members on your team, and they are all eligible for Pro Tour.
Yeah.
So not that many people.
No.
So it's going to be like what? Team TCG versus Team Channel Fireball versus Team Star City.
It's going to be Team Channel Fireball. Well, the
Pantheon?
The Pantheon versus another Channel Fireball team.
Sounds like we better get...
We better get cracking.
Yeah.
We need to get cracking here.
Well, we need Cole, and yeah.
Now you'll be able to actually do these more
I know,
often.
right?
Yeah, here we go. You're actually going to play Magic, buddy.
It's been how long? 2 years?
Something like that.
But yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't actually read all of the rules, but I'm not sure like what if it's going to be all standard. I mean, I would assume because that's what they're pushing for Pro Tour.
I think that's something that we're going to discover later.
Yeah.
I really don't think that they actually gave it to us yet.
Yeah, I guess that's really about it.
Yeah, I mean, all in all, if this works how they intend it to, this could be interesting.
And the team's kind of like GP, what was it, Rotterdam, was it? They just had?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, I don't know. The only thing I'm skeptical about is if it works how it was intended to, does not like give me kind of like doesn't really give me like a sphere of safety because Magic Player Rewards, if it worked like it was intended to, would not have printed Cryptic Command as a textless rare.
Well, I can argue with that a little bit because it's supposed to be a card that's like playable. And it's supposed to be good for the format.
It is playable, but...
Wasn't it also like $5 or $10 back in the day?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Like, the player rewards Cryptic Command was still about 25 when it came out. And it hovered at, like, 125 for the longest time, and then we finally got a reprint. And that thing was freaking awesome, even back then, obviously.
I mean, it's a cool card. It just... Why would you print a textless card that has 4 modes?
Maybe if you played enough Magic, like, you needed 25 events to get one of those, and I was getting 3 to 4 every single time they mailed them out. So I should have known what Cryptic Command did by that point.
Counter bounce or counter draw.
Or tap down your guys, draw a card, or bounce something of mine, tap down your guys, counter something, bounce your thing.
Cryptic did something other than draw a card?
Yes, sir. Sometimes that's relevant. Most of the time it's not.
That was tap 4 islands, draw a card.
Tap 4 islands and X. Alright, so did we cover enough on that one? Because we don't really know too much about it.
Yeah, they've left it kind of vague. I think they just wanted people to start, like, getting excited.
Yep. Now, here's something I'm excited for. I'm ready for my real-life treasure chest. Are you guys ready for that?
I can't wait to be utterly disappointed.
Yes! I'm so excited for it. At least I get a foil, insert really terrible Kaladesh card here.
To be like my gold pack in Charlotte 4 years ago.
War Elephant. Yeah. We did it.
So,
Well, could be like the guy that cracked open 2 Arabian Nights mountains and pitched them.
Threw him in the garbage, yeah. Yeah. He was like, what is this? And threw him in the garbage.
Like, dude, you know that's $60.
alright, so, next up on the docket is Standard Showdown starting next week, like we mentioned. And, yeah, basically, every week you could get one of 10 treasure chest packs.
Yeah.
Which could contain nothing, or they could have a masterpiece.
You could either take the boat, or you could get the mystery box, which could be anything. It could even be a boat.
So does this mean I gotta play Standard and get away from Modern?
Yes.
You just open the mystery box, and it's a boat made of, like, masterpiece mana crypts.
Oh, whew. I think I'd be all over that.
Well, that's a car payment.
Yeah.
That is just
That's
just
probably
a car.
That's probably a car.
That's probably a
How
car.
much are they?
Like 100 and some.
What?
So, another thing. Hey, has something to do with Standard Showdown. Since this is weekend, I haven't got my shipment from Wizards yet.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Usually they're good about sending stuff like this to me, like, or not just to me, but to stores, well in advance.
Sorry in advance.
Unless this is just something, I mean, it's just all reprints anyway, so.
Well, I mean, I know that I'd imagine that shipping schedules are probably going to get a little bungled up just because of the holiday next week.
Yeah.
Plus Black Friday.
I'm so sad. I have to
Friday
work
is
Black
next
Friday.
week, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to go shopping with me, Jeff? I'm going on Thanksgiving night.
Amazon?
Yeah.
Get on Skype.
Listen, I want to go to the Ohio Valley Mall, and I want to watch a pregnant lady drop kick another pregnant lady again. Okay?
That happened?
Yeah. I watched it at Macy's. It was great.
Oh, man.
And the best part is what they were fighting over. Lingerie.
You can't be serious.
I don't think that's a story you can make up.
The sad part is, you're right.
You watch Black Friday videos whenever they come out on YouTube?
Well, yeah, but they're generally never that clear about it. It's always just, like, people getting tangled up and trampled.
That was a great Annie Ann's sour cream and onion pretzel I had that day, too.
Not advertising.
Best $5 ever?
Hi, Dimitri.
Man, I wish this was a not safe for work tape because I had a really good joke. But, you know.
Just a little extra editing.
Yeah, that's all it is.
No.
What if I cuss right here and give you the opportunity to edit?
How about you don't cuss and we move on?
Why?
Okay. So Standard Showdown, yeah.
Yeah.
10 minutes of editing later.
So,
From November 26th to December 17th, 4 weeks.
I know what I'm going to play. Mid-range Shaman, because that's obviously a standard deck that I can play in this.
What am I going to play?
Mid-range Shaman, just like everybody else.
I thought everyone was playing Blue-White Flash. What, isn't that the new flavor of the week?
Oh, wait, I was talking Hearththone. I'm sorry.
Blue-white aggro.
Why don't I drop like $300?
I don't care what it is.
Why don't I just drop like $300 and play that NASCAR deck?
Is that thing $300? I think it might be like 100, but I don't think it's 300.
The original draft name, leftturn.deck, was rejected. NASCAR felt it was threatening to their brand.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Hey, they make right turns twice a year.
Yeah.
Actually, isn't it 3? Because don't they have a night race at one of them?
No.
Oh, I thought they did.
Just a lot of NASCAR drivers drive in a 24-hour Daytona race.
Oh, that's
so.
fun. Yeah.
NASCAR should just be like Mario Kart with weapons and stuff.
That would be awesome.
That would be great.
I'd watch it.
Just like get everybody like suited up in like riot gear so they don't die when their car explodes.
Man, when I was playing Forza 5, the only track I played was Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I was like...
And that's because we were farming experience.
Yeah, and I was still the lowest level because I didn't know how to play. I was like, I can't tune my vehicle.
Just ride the wall. You'll be fine.
Okay.
Well, first we build Mario Kart, and then we build a real-life Rainbow Road.
Ooh. That'd be pretty.
Go on Roller Coaster Tycoon and build a roller coaster based off of the N64 remake Rainbow Road.
So, I have been streaming lately, and you know this.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to stream Roller Coaster Tycoon.
You think you can build it?
I think I could. Well, actually, I'm terrible at building things on there, but I really think I can play Roller Coaster Tycoon and make it entertaining.
Wouldn't it have to be a newer Roller Coaster Tycoon though?
I don't know. I hate the new ones. I hope not.
To get like the sideways thing.
I just want to stream Civilization, join forces with Gandhi, and then raise the world to ash.
Well,
Civ 6 is really impressed me.
Civ 6 is really good.
according to one streamer that I watch all the time, as long as you can survive early game, you're pretty much golden.
And you don't get stuck in the corner.
No, he streamed a game one time, multiplayer, like 12 people and like 4 or 5 AI civs. He went until turn 70 before he finally found somebody.
I thought it was 46.
Yeah, before he found another player that wasn't a city-state.
He started screaming, I'm not alone!
Well, Sal!
I was surprised he didn't pull out a volleyball and start screaming Wilson. All right, so what?
10 minutes of editing later.
So you are going to play Black Red Vampires, I assume, for this.
Yeah, because that's the only standard deck I still have built.
Bill, you're going to play Red Green Ramp with Omnath.
Sure.
Devin, you're going to continue playing Delirium because you have no soul. Jeff's going to play NASCAR.deck.
I don't even know if it's good.
It's good enough. We got it.
Okay.
Well, the
It'll
only
be
thing
better than Red Green Ramp.
I don't have are copters really. I have like the entire deck, and that's the expensive part, unfortunately.
Can I just
What are
drop
they,
a,
like 15
can I just
bucks
drop
a piece?
Huh?
$15 a piece? or
Probably.
Can I just drop $100 here and just get the deck?
Probably. And then I'm going to continue playing Black White Control because I'm too lazy to build anything. And also, I'm supposed to be in the middle of my break anyway, but treasure chests!
Well, I don't think that counts, because like, it's just like entering a standard event. It's not like you're going to an open or something.
That's true.
And you're not trying to win, like, and make all the money.
Lies.
Well, I'm not trying to. Listen, I'm sorry I got third at the buy-a-box tournament. I wasn't trying to.
I'm still kind of salty that I was holding 2 fumigates against them and only had 4 lands.
You
I'm
guys
salty that I don't get the prize.
You guys are talking about winning. I think the last time I won was down in New Martinsville with that Fat Pack Winnabox. And when, what was the one that had? Crater Hoof Behemoth wet set.
Oh, that was Avacyn Restored, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I actually cracked a Crater Hoof, and that's how I won.
Get hoofed!
Oh, turn 20 in a limited format, Crater Hoof.
Yeah, I don't give myself a prize. So the only way I get prize is if I don't give it all out.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me?
Because
He's
you're the one.
he's actually looking at all of us, and you were whispering something.
I wasn't whispering anything. I'm like,
You're like,
why? I was trying to figure out why he's staring at me.
Maybe
And
he
he's not-
likes you.
But it's not
He's
like
your dream girl.
The mic's right in front of you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, but why are
We
you?
don't have our own individual mics yet. Leave me
Yeah.
alone.
We're getting them, though. Woo!
We're working on it.
Working on it.
Need that ad revenue. Turn off ad blocker.
Yeah.
We don't even have a website.
I have a website.
We don't have a Patreon
Perfect.
yet.
Yeah, we don't have a Patreon, so.
I have one. Just haven't have everything set up yet.
Wow, how about that?
I wish you guys had one. We just need to figure out different tiers and whatnot.
Well, we need it. Well, we're also not cosplayers, so.
Could be.
I don't even get what that's a reference to.
I think he's referencing all the hot women cosplayers that are out there that have
Oh.
Patreons just to take pictures.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I did find that Jessica Negri picture you gave me to make my ex-girlfriend very angry. And I am going to frame it and put it in the dining room. So it's going to be on the back wall of the dining room while I'm streaming. And it's going to be on the video every night.
I was going to say, now that my sister moved out of my apartment, I was able to finally buy that Nuka Girl poster and put it on the back of my door.
Congratulations.
So that'll be one of our tiers. Anyone that gives us like $10 or more, I'll send them a signed picture of me in lingerie.
There we go.
You know what? I will donate $10 a month just to put that on the wall too when I'm streaming.
If you send us $50, you can have it on a playmat. Jaren looks like I just showed him the Holy Grail.
I'm doing this. I am doing this.
So we're going full on Burt Reynolds?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Or what's the other Brian Kibler?
Yeah, Brian Kibler
Yeah,
laying
did it the
down.
same way. Except he was clothed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in a tux, I think.
Yeah.
And then there was the wedding one that they did where Shiro was a dragon and was wrapping around him and his wife. That was kind of cool.
I think you can still buy that too.
I think you can too. They didn't run out, and there was like 10,000 of them made. Yeah, and they were saying that those things were going to go within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Nope, they're on sale. They're probably like $10 by this point. All right, so is everybody tired of talking about standard, even though we didn't talk about standard hardly at all?
Yes.
Cool. I hate standard. Okay, wait.
Side note: PPTQ tomorrow after this recording.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I win.
You better.
Since
Let me guess,
Never mind.
standard?
You better, since I'm not going to be there. But it is. And Dimitri's not going to be there either.
you're not gonna win.
You better.
I'm guessing it's standard.
Yeah.
This is the one that's.
You just gotta channel your inner Charlie Sheen, man.
Nashville.
I mean,
Or
I don't know
like
where it's
your
at.
inner-
Mystic Mountain?
Mr. Nice Kid.
Oh, nice guys? Yeah, you better win that one since I'm not there. I can't fend off all the nice guys from you. Because that's what I did at the Open. I played against 3 of them.
I'm friends with most of them. I should say friends. I'm on good foot with most of them.
A lot of the guys that are, I don't want to say lower level, nor high level or whatever, but the guys that you don't really know their names, those are the ones that don't know who I am, and they get really salty when I beat them.
You just gotta channel your inner winner, man. You gotta channel your inner Charlie Sheen or your inner 1970s Miami Dolphins.
Hashtag Tiger Blood.
8 ounces, baby.
I'm a warlock.
I'm kind of disappointed he didn't come out the wild thing in the World Series.
Dude, he didn't even get to throw out a pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I was the closer for the Indians on any of those games, I would have come out to the wild thing.
Maybe that's why they blew a 3-1.
Did you hear Dakota's introduction that week?
No. I don't think I did.
I'll find it when I take you home. All right,
So let's go. I think it's time we moved on.
all right, Plane Chase Anthology.
I hate it.
Why did you buy all the decks before?
Well, yes, but that's not why I
think
hate
that's
it.
the problem.
No, the reason... Okay, so let's talk about the Anthology series as a whole, starting from the very beginning, which was Dual Deck Anthology, which had the first 8 dual decks in a collector set, which was Elves vs. Goblins, Divine vs. Demonic, Jace vs. Chandra, and Garruk vs. Lily. And that was a really good idea.
Yeah, it was.
Because those decks hadn't gotten printed in, freaking
Ever.
6 years.
6 or 7 years and had a bunch of really good things in them, like the demonic tutor with the modern frame and like the alternate art planeswalkers and just like other stuff. And then they're like, okay, well that sold really well, so we're going to do more anthology series. And the next one is this Plane Chase one. But here's where they screwed it up. They decided that instead of reprinting the original 2009 Plane Chase decks, keep in mind, all the planes in this collection are from both sets technically, but just the planes, not the decks, which is important. Instead of reprinting the original 2009 decks, which was basically like a zombie deck, a red-white Boros aggro deck, a green-red like elemental tribal deck, and an Esper colored. Yeah. Well, it wasn't even so much Esper; it was really 5-color like affinity type stuff.
Yeah, it was.
Instead of reprinting those, they decided to reprint the 2012 decks, which, while not totally available, can still be found here and there. They decided to reprint those decks, and I mean, those decks have some choice reprints in them, like Core Spirit Dancer and Shardless Agent, which is nice, but I would have preferred getting the older ones, like the first anthology, because that had stuff like Darksteel Forge and Death Baron, which is a $20 zombie lord, by the way.
Yeah.
And the only skeleton lord.
That's why it's $20. People want to play the skeleton dot deck, yo.
Spooky, scary skeletons dot deck.
Reassembling skeletons is really good for that deck.
Oh, yeah. But, like, yeah, and it just had all this sweet stuff in it. And then, not only that, so, you've got Plane Chase Anthology here, but then I think next year we're getting Commander Anthology. Yeah. And when I read what they were doing with this one, I almost crapped a brick. Because here's what they're doing for next year's Commander Anthology. They're reprinting 4 decks like before, except instead of reprinting the original set, they're printing one from each year, which is even dumber than the Plane Chase thing, because at least the Plane Chase things are all from the same series, but they're just like, no, we're going to cherry pick them, and you know which ones they pick? They picked the Kalia deck, which is nice, because, like, Kalia is really iconic, but it also didn't have a lot of very good reprints in it. Like, Kalia is pretty much the only valuable card in that deck.
And she's also the most popular general.
Seemingly. And then they're reprinting the Derivi deck, which had, like, nothing of value.
Wormcoil Engine.
No. Derivi.
Oh, Derivi.
Not Mom's Duretti.
Yeah.
They're reprinting the Fraley's.
Mom's Duretti.
Mom's Spaghetti.
They're reprinting the Fraley's deck, which had Priest of Titania as the only reprint I can think of any real worth. And then finally, the Marin deck that you can still get for less than MSRP at most retailers. That was printed last year.
That deck was awesome. Why?
That deck was really awesome. It was easily the best of the 5 because Skull Clamp plus Wood Elves repeatably is really, really good.
Who'd have thought?
Who'd have thought?
Skull Clamp being a 1/1 elf token is also pretty good.
But again, it's just like it's just cutting us off from reprints that we could get in a controlled manner. For example, like, I don't even know how much Flusterstorm is. That card needs reprinted.
Last time I checked, it was more than I have.
Like, Flusterstorm needs reprinted. The other generals need reprinted, especially the ones that haven't gotten Judge foils, or even Kalia got printed in Commander's Arsenal. I'm talking about stuff like
not even a year later.
Like Animar, Soul of Elements. Yeah. According to TCG, right now the low on Flusterstorm is 60. The low. But like, yeah, we haven't gotten a reprint of Animar in any reasonable amount of time. No reprint of Mimeoplasm. Well, Mimeoplasm was in Commander's Arsenal. But,
oh crap, sorry.
And I mean, those decks were so well designed, and the thing is, like, Wizards realized they screwed up when they made Khans and then Dragons. when Cons was far and away the better set of the two.
It really was.
So, like, why not reprint the Wedge stuff and give Wedge some more love?
Because Wedge is not a good person.
Well, are you trying to start a podcast war? 'Cause that's how we start a podcast war.
Let's go right for him. We need to go after somebody.
Gets her name out there.
Listen, Reddit, listen, I suggest not continuing on this course of action. Or r/Magic TCG will tear us apart.
Okay.
Suck it, nerds!
That's probably the bad thing to say.
I think our 12 followers can take them.
We have 19.
19?
We have 19.
Yeah, even better.
We
got
did
this.
it. We did it.
I haven't checked for a while.
I checked the other day.
Oh.
Yeah, it was 19, I think it was. I believe it was 19 anyway. Let's put it that way. Wedge, I'm just poking fun. Have a good night, buddy.
Don't
Suck.
Yeah, don't suck it, nerds. We've already got enough mouth and wheeling.
Yeah.
No, that's
Hey,
Moundsville.
hold on. Am I allowed to tell about the news story I read over in St. Clairsville?
Yes.
I don't know.
All right, so there was a woman who was
no.
busted for prostitution when she offered the cop for her services $50 and some nachos.
That sounds like an R Florida man story.
Nathan comes into work that day.
Oh, God.
He has sloppy joes and taco meat, and he brought pretzel crackers and spicy nacho Doritos. And he says, "I don't have $50, but is this good enough?" And I said, "You just bought yourself a date."
All right.
Oh, I love the Ohio Valley. Why would I ever leave this place? Oh, wait, because it's crappy.
What, you mean for a better economy, more safety?
Wait, I don't have a college degree, so that's on you guys.
I have a college degree.
I
I'm
hear
still here.
I hear Iowa is very nice this time of year.
Wait until next month. Snow. All the snow.
What do you mean? We're supposed to get snowed tomorrow?
Sunday, I think. Yeah, Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, according to my watch, Sunday.
Yes! The snow is here!
Oh no.
Yeah! We've got snow!
Oh man, if we get snowed out, I'm not gonna be able to go to my job on Sunday. That sucks.
Oh.
Oh, dang.
Hey, I need that $60. Christmas is expensive, yo.
Best part is I can't even really call off my interview on Sunday because I can literally walk there
I
in
can
30
come
minutes
I can come get you.
at 7:30.
No.
Okay.
If it was a little later, I probably could have. Yeah. I'd probably be done about that time, actually.
Alright, so,
Alright, so,
long
back
story
to
short.
Magic.
Long
Let's-
story short, plane chase sucks. Next.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to retort.
Alright.
The thing that they got right with this is not the decks. I'm flat out tell you, the decks are terrible. This is an awful decision for the decks. But everything else in the box, including the packaging itself, is a win.
Okay, elaborate.
Alright, so you get the 4 dice. They're all different colors. So they're black, and then the numbers are all different colors.
Shiny packaging.
That was the last point I was gonna make. But you get the slip boxes, so you can sleeve up the decks and still put them in there, and then they have room to just stay in there. Obviously the oversized cards. You get 35 double-sided tokens, so you get 70 tokens basically.
Okay.
So that's really nice. You get that special edition planner die. So it's kind of like, I think it was like a prism effect almost on it. And instead of that blue and black one that's kind of like, yeah. And then, again, the 4 spin down life counters. And then the shiny packaging makes the whole thing worthwhile to me.
Well, I mean, but let me ask you this. Right now, I believe Plane Chase Anthology is slated MSRP at $150, right?
Something like that.
Is it worth
If
it
we-
that much for
if-
Maelstrom Wanderer?
No,
Now,
because
what-
they'll go reprinted.
Now, one of the big things that I hear is people are glad this is coming out because they didn't get a chance to get all the Plane Chase planes. But would it have not just have been better to, without any of the decks, just reprint the box of planes with the dice and the tokens and made it like $50?
That would be great, but to make it a Magic product, basically, I feel that they have to have cards put in it. So the way that I would do it is something like this, but I wouldn't make it 150.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's just like it's overpriced. The decks weren't really that great in terms of financial value or in terms of just like... I mean, they were fun decks, don't get me wrong.
They were fun.
Like, I love the ninjutsu deck to death, but...
I just don't think that this is $150 worth of fun.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
it's just not.
I mean, the way that you're looking at it is that these are all just a little over $35 a deck.
Pretty much.
They're $37.50 a deck is what it comes down to, basically.
Yeah, wasn't that, like, pretty close? How much did the, didn't the modern pre-constructed deck, the one with, like, Elspeth and stuff, didn't that only MSRP at, like, 50?
I think it was 40?
40 or 50?
Well, either way, like, you're getting a not that great 60-card deck that you can only play in Eternal,
Yeah.
or you could have gotten a somewhat playable modern deck for $60.
And sleeves.
And sleeves.
And sleeves. And a really awesome silver and blue die, too.
Yeah,
That
but I
was
mean, it's
cool.
just like, no matter which way I look at this, it's just not value. And the Commander Anthology next year is going to be even worse, because I bet you, other than like other than like the dies that I'm sure they're going to put in there to be all exclusive or whatever,
Yeah.
I could probably put that set together for less than what they're MSRPing it for,
Oh,
because
I
most of
guarantee
those
it.
decks are available for less than MSRP
On
on
eBay?
not even on eBay. You can go on Amazon and get
Yep.
them cheaper.
Yep.
With shipping.
Yep. But if you have Prime...
Well, that's what I'm saying. With Prime.
Yeah.
Get that free shipping, yeah.
Absolutely.
I've seen some of the decks retail on there for like $25.
Yeah. That's why I just wait a little bit if I pick up product like that. Sorry, Devin.
Don't support me.
You said 150,
I just
right?
don't want you to lose the money on it.
You said 150, right?
Yeah.
What if $100 is just in the shiny packaging?
Ooh. Ooh. What if they put a $100 bill in the shiny packaging?
We'd still complain about the way it was folded.
What if it's like the Cards Against Humanity big black box set, where they had the card that's in the package?
Where you had to cut the packaging? I hated that.
But that's the only way that you could get the card that was called the biggest blackest bleep.
See? You don't even have to edit.
Yeah, I fixed it right here.
Well, that's because you knew it was coming.
Well, he's probably going to edit like half.
He's right. He's right.
Well, from all the stuff that we talked about, he's probably going to cut like half of this anyway. So.
Nah. This is what Magic podcasts are about.
Just talking about things that aren't related to Magic and then kind of sprinkling some Magic stuff in there like, woo,
Well, one of my favorite podcasts that actually they kind of
jazz
stopped.
hands.
One of my favorite Magic podcasts that they kind of stopped doing was Magic Chat,
Uh-huh.
which they would talk about Magic for about 20 minutes, and then the rest was just general bullcrap. Like, there was a 4-hour episode they did at GP Providence, and the first 2 minutes of the podcast was them doing their sound check, and they had a guy who passed out earlier in the day on the podcast. And they introduced him as pass out guy, and then like 6 months later he came back on, and they were like, "Did you pass out again?" He says, "Not lately." They even had a crack-a-pack, and they did cold snap on that episode. Yeah, because they were right there. They spent $15 for it, and they said, "We're never going to get that $15 back."
Because there was nothing in it.
Nothing in it. There was a boreal elf, and that was about it. Not even Alice was
Cold
ready.
Snap is just the weirdest
There's
set.
an idea.
Well, do you want to do Crack-a-Pack real quick?
No.
I'll buy the pack.
No.
Okay.
Not for this, for next Grand Prix we're at.
Oh, well, yeah. I
Well,
thought we were going to do that.
What I would love to do
Buy a
is,
pack and go, hey, Shar.
or we could try to do a podcast when the five of us are in the same pod, and try to see if they'll do like a Ravnica, like sealed again.
You know, we've got a Return to Ravnica
Box.
box in here.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Well,
We drafted it on Monday, and I built the sickest Rakdos deck.
I don't believe you.
I had 4 Splatter Thug.
Wait, how?
Because nobody else was taking red except for me and Cody, and he got land screwed game 3.
Yeah. Well, did you actually see my deck I had tonight?
No, I didn't.
All right, I'll be right back because I know it's still on the table. You guys
All
go
right.
ahead and keep talking.
Well, basically, we drafted Return to Ravnica on Monday, and it was me and Bill and Devin and a couple other guys. And I opened my pack, and I opened a Chaos Imps, which is the 6/5 flying with Unleash, and if you unleash it, it has Trample.
thought it was fun.
It,
Oh, no.
Well, it starts with flying, but if you choose to unleash it, then it also gains Trample.
That's right.
And basically, I got that pack one, pick one. So I'm like, okay, I'm definitely in a red aggressive strategy.
Yeah.
And I'm in Return to Ravnica, which means I'm in Rakdos.
Yeah.
Great. So I start getting like cheap red stuff. And then what really sealed the deal was pack 2, pick one, Rakdos Return.
Nice.
Yeah.
That card is one of the most back-breaking draft cards I've ever seen.
No, but what Gen Con did, I can't remember the price of it. I think it was like $35 or $40. It was a sealed event with every single Ravnica pack.
Yeah,
including original Ravnica and Return to Ravnica. That was fun.
That
See,
does sound like it would be fun.
The very first GP I went to, which was GP Pitt in 2011, had Chaos Draft events.
Yeah.
And they don't do them anymore, and it makes me sad, because that was my favorite thing I did all weekend.
Reach in a bucket, grab a pack.
Well, it was a bag.
Yeah, it was
and
a bag.
and what I got to draft that, what I got to draft that time was like, I got a pack of Odyssey, pack of Dissension, and a pack of Cold Snap.
Oh, yeah.
And I opened a bunch of garbage.
Yeah.
I remember opening Partick Dragon and Wit's End.
I also
Heart
remember
of Dragon's actually not bad if your opponent doesn't play anything.
one of the more fun events too. I only really stuck around for 2 events because I wasn't in the actual event because I was playing a Ravnica thing.
Yeah.
They did, what was it at the time? M13 draft. Whichever one had Shivan Dragon in it. M12 or M13?
Well,
M13, I think, was it? Yeah.
Well, round 1 was everything came into play as a copy of Shivan Dragon.
Yeah.
Round 2 was every single land in your deck had cycling. Yeah. And I don't remember what 3 and 4 were because I wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah. So anyway, I grabbed my draft deck from this evening. Now, this was probably a misplay right off the bat, but I went bug. So, black, blue, green.
good old Sultai.
Yeah.
Bug.
My pack one, pick one made it to where I didn't have to select a color at all. And I ended up getting Multiform Wanderer. And from all my experience in this game, Morphling's pretty good.
Morphling with lifelink and flying.
Yeah, Morphling is pretty good. I forget what I second picked, but I know it wasn't as good as that.
It was that turtle.
Nah, the turtle came pretty late. I ended up deciding to go on a energy strategy. So I picked a blue card. I don't remember what it was, but I know it made energy. And then I picked a couple thriving guys. I think it was thriving rats is what I started picking. Because I was planning on going blue-black. And I ended up picking up 4 thriving creatures. I picked up 2 rats, a turtle, and a rhino. And I even got a long-tusk cub. And Aether Theorist. And then pack 3, I get a Sage of Shalia's Claim. Now, the thing that threw me off was pack 2, because you passed it to me, Devin. I got a 14th pick, Contraband Kingpin. I couldn't figure out how that happened, but I got a 14th pick, Contraband Kingpin. And then I got an 8th pick, Contraband Kingpin in pack 3. So I decided that my black was strong enough that I could play it in my deck still, so I played the Thriving Rats, the Kingpins, and 2 Rush of Vitalities in my deck. And I ended up also getting a crab. Well, a hermit crab.
Got crabs.
I got crabs. And then I also got the Mach 5, better known as the Fleet Wheel Cruiser. That was my rare in my second pack.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah. There was a game where I got up to about 12 energy off of my Voyager.
Yeah, the Imperial Voyager.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Well, I mean, just a 2/3 flying trample for 3 is solid.
Yeah.
But then the fact that he also makes energy on top of that is nutty.
And the really goofy board that I had was I had that guy with a long tusk cub. And I wasn't pumping the long tusk cub, and I was just letting the energy go up higher and higher and waiting on my Morphling. And I never did see the Morphling, but that long tusk cub ended up being a 7/7 at one point. I did play a Rhino that game, too.
And your Rhino was like an 8-8 that game.
Yeah, he was an 8-9. He was pretty solid. But I went 2-1. I lost my first round. My deck didn't really cooperate the way that I wanted it to in the first round. And then game 1 of the second round, I ended up curving Thriving Creatures.
Seems pretty okay.
It was pretty sweet.
In the meantime, I was giving Devin free points in Dark Souls.
Good for you, buddy. You end up getting like 200 points off of that.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, around that.
Yeah. All right, so would we like to move on to the discussion at hand?
Sure.
All right, cool. So we're going to do a 2-week challenge. Iron Root Chef. It's going to be pretty sweet, I hope. Don't really know where to go with this.
Well, basically, me and Jaren have differing ideas about what Iron Root Chef is. I might be thinking of a different format, to be honest, but like they sound so similar that they might as well be the same. Essentially, what I was thinking of is picking a random bad rare. My only stipulation is it can't be a vanilla or French vanilla creature because that's dumb.
I agree with that.
Like, no Vizardrix.
Why?
Because it's just a 6/6.
It's Vizardrix!
I know!
That is the most notable card outside of Shivan Dragon in this game.
See, whenever I think notable creature, I always think of Auk from the commercial.
And Bob from accounting.
And Bob from accounting. Man, speaking of... list of characters we need to put on cards. Feather. Freaking... Oh, man. I had a second name and I just dropped it.
Bob from accounting was supposed to be an Unhinged.
Yeah, I know. He was supposed to be. Come on, Mark Rosewater. Let's get Unhinged 3.
Unhinged 3 is going to be called Unchained.
Unchained.
That'd be awesome.
With Bob from accounting.
Yeah.
I want to build an EDH deck.
Let's do this. Fraction Jackson's a legend.
I don't think... No, he isn't.
He's not?
No, Fraction Jackson is not, but Frankie Peanuts is.
Oh, there we go. There was also the blank card.
I don't think that was legendary.
I don't think that was
either.
a legend, but...
Yeah, the only legendary I think was printed in... Well, the only legendaries printed across the sets were Timmy Power Gamer, Johnny Combo Player, Richard Garfield PhD,
which lets you play Mental Magic,
and Frankie Peanuts.
I was in a cube one time, and they had Timmy Power Gamer in it, and I first picked it. And I did nothing but pick all the big creatures the rest of the time.
Of course.
Yep. I ended up winning that cube based off of just Timmy Power Gamer and Leroying the entire thing. That was so much fun. Just Leroying the entire cube.
That's how you gotta do it, man.
That's right. Alright, so how I was thinking was during the community invitation or whatever they're calling it, how they did it was standard, and then they picked 4 cards that had very different effects, and then they had to take 2 of those cards and build a deck around those 2 cards. That's how I heard. That's how I read it, and that's why I based the standard deck off of it, because I wanted to play Angelic Accord.
Well, I think the name comes from Ironroot Treefolk, which is a really terrible rare card. Let me see what it does.
Isn't Ironroot Treefolk just a 3/5 for 5 mana?
I'm not sure. Let me see. Survey says... Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yes!
Not only that,
It's 3 and double green.
No, it's 4 and a
4.
single green.
Oh, I almost had it. I'm so sad right now.
More importantly, the thing about it that always bugged me was the 5th edition art. Like,
Yeah.
that's
really weird.
This is the face that needs to be on a list somewhere.
I think I saw that on the internet. Sex offender site, man.
Why don't you have a seat over there?
Hmm?
Aww.
Way to miss it.
I did.
You hardcore dropped that.
I
Like,
did.
I'm gonna call up Chris Hansen just for you. Tell him that you failed him.
I got it now.
Oh my. But yeah, one of the big things I wanted to actually discuss was figuring out if we were gonna have. Because initially, like, the plan was just having, like, I can't see what that is from
It's
here.
a sea monster.
Our initial plan was just to have 2 guys build a deck. But the only thing with that is that means, like, the rest of us would be left out and not able to do anything. So I was actually going to suggest doing 2 challenges at the same time.
I like that idea.
Where,
Seems like it'd be pretty
where we decide who's pairing off with who early, and then have the other team pick the card. Or having the other pair pick their card, you know what I mean?
I have a better idea.
Okay.
So we're going to have teams of 2, basically. We have a 5th person here.
True.
Jeffrey.
Well, I was going to say, I still have that binder of Innistrad block and Addison block.
I figured that we could just proxy this since it's goofy. Like,
Yeah,
since
true.
we're just not even...
Well, yeah.
I figured I could bring the binders and give us like a reference on like which cards are crappy rares.
You see, I would just go and gather and hit random until I hit a rare.
Yeah.
Card go.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was the best. Did you ever play... Okay, so you played 20 questions, right?
Uh-huh.
Alright, so one of the things that we play on the road, whenever I would go with Jeff and everybody else, we would play 20 questions based off of magic cards. My favorite was, they would ask me if it was a creature, and I would say yes, and then they'd be like, is it blue? And I would go, no, but it should be. And they would guess Tarmogoyf.
Tarmogoyf's the best blue dude ever.
Oh my.
See that green symbol on Tarmogoyf is just a misprint.
It was supposed to be an island. I kept on saying when they had the Hell Vault, whenever we were opening it during the Advocate Restored pre-release, I thought that it was going to have fixed Tarmogoyfs in it. I was wrong.
No, just a very angry demon that got killed by Liliana.
And apparently Nahiri, good job, retcon.
I'm just imagining Nahiri crawling out of the broken Hell Vault like Rita Repulsa at the beginning of Power Rangers.
Oh my god!
I'm free! Time to conquer Innistrad! Ah!
And then you just die.
So, are you excited for the new Power Rangers movie?
Not at all. I never watched Power Rangers as a kid because I thought it looked dumb. I watched Pokemon instead, like respectable kids my age.
All fairness, I watched Power Rangers because I was like 4 when it came out, so...
Power Rangers.
The problem was, when I was like growing up, it was already like...
It was a thing.
Original Power Rangers had already come and gone. Like,
Yeah.
they were on like the 3rd or 4th like iteration.
Dino Ranger or
Like,
whatever?
Dino whatever, or Ninja, or Space Pirate.
My childhood.
Space Pirates.
I remember during my childhood, I went to it's still the Wheeling Civic Center, and watched the Power Rangers.
Did not do that.
Yeah.
Was it like a live show, or was it like Power Rangers on Ice? Because I know that was a thing.
No, it was like literally they just set up a stage, and like
They had a play.
Oh,
essentially,
Oh god, that reminds me of like...
and they probably made like $10,000 alone just in like the little goofy lightsaber things they gave us.
That reminds me of like TMNT coming out of their shells tour.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was a terrible idea. Then, like, I think it's every Christmas they have Disney on Ice here, too.
But that's actually well produced.
That's a thing, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
You know what I would love to come see come here, even though it never will. The Book of Mormon.
Oh yeah, the Book of Mormon would be great. Even oh man, I can't remember what it's called. The Book of Life, I think it's called.
Well, the Book of Life is a movie.
Yeah.
It was that movie about the, it was like a Calavera themed movie with, it was like an entirely, Latin American themed story and whatever. What about it?
Like, I just want to see that.
Oh,
It'd be
it's
awesome.
on DVD.
I know.
I can let you borrow
What?
it.
Could guess that password.
Yeah, you could have. Okay, I'll borrow that.
It is really good. I think
The
sorry.
last time I saw, a musical or anything like that, I saw Avenue Q. Oh my god!
I would have loved to have gone to go see that live.
It's so good live.
I bet it is.
Everyone's a little bit racist sometimes.
I think Schadenfreude was my favorite musical number.
Oh, that was so good too. The Internet is for Porn was really good too. Yeah, with Trekkie Monster.
Fun fact: they have a school version of Avenue Q, and the only things they really changed in it was I think they changed the reference to the fact that two of the characters end up becoming gay for each other.
Yeah, they do.
And they changed Lucy the slut into just Lucy. And that song you just mentioned, The Internet is for Porn, is actually changed to Social Networking is Online, because he's, instead of being addicted to porn, Trekkie Monster is addicted to Facebook.
I think that's a lie. That he's addicted to Facebook. But you could be... You're definitely right about that.
Well, that's...
Yeah.
It makes sense.
It does. And then I was actually thinking about doing this whenever, Halloween was coming around. I was thinking about going up to Pittsburgh and watching the Rocky Horror musical that they have up in Pittsburgh. And they do that all year round.
Well, apparently you should have gone and saw that instead of watching the remake, from what I heard after I was looking at Facebook the night it came out.
Yeah, I heard it was hot dumpster Chinatown garbage. But if you haven't actually seen that or experienced it in Pittsburgh, apparently it's something to do.
I've never watched Rocky Horror Picture Show. It never interested in me.
Buddy, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. It's hilarious.
I'm sure it is.
It's awkward as hell. When I was in high school, as a band student, the only things that I was actually interested in were really nerdy things and then music. And then if there was something that had to do with music that had a story to it, like how Rent had just had its remake and released on in theaters a year into me being in high school. I couldn't tell you how many times I actually watched Rent, because every time I would go to my girlfriend's house, it was she'd be watching it. So I would be sitting there on the couch watching it for the 30th time.
Yeah, and I was like that too, especially since I worked on stage crew.
Yeah.
And I got hands-on with a lot of the musical props and stuff. Probably my favorite project that I worked on was actually Pirates of Penzance.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Oh yeah, Pirates of Penzance was a great musical. Loved it.
I was told I had to watch Repo. That genetic opera one? Yeah.
I hear that's another one that's on my to-do list.
I think I still have my ex-girlfriend's copy at my house if you want to borrow that.
Yes.
I'm thinking sure, why not?
Let's see. Okay, so this Iron Root Chef thing. All right. Do we want to do a standard?
After 20 minutes of editing?
No, we gotta let people know that we're cultured.
Even here in West Virginia.
Yeah.
It's fine.
This is why I'm I'm trying to get a management position at work, even though I'm not really trying really hard. I'm trying to get it. People know I'm cultured because I'm well-traveled.
So that way people don't think we're just a bunch of rednecks that just wave around a rebel flag saying, the South will rise again. Oh, wait, we already do that.
Wait till you find out that we're not actually part of the South.
Yeah, we're above the Mason-Dixon line.
Just the northern panhandle.
Yeah.
And even then, people still don't know their history, that we actually ceded from Virginia to go fight for the Union.
They don't realize that they're above Wetzel County is what the problem is.
Listen, man, I've been to the worst parts of Wetzel.
I have too, man. It's
Down 20. Like,
oh my god.
I remember one
Even
time.
in Payton City.
No, I
hell
remember.
hath no fury.
I remember whenever we were going to Charlotte, it was me, Tom, and his girlfriend. We stopped at a Wendy's. I can't remember what town in West Virginia. 3 trailers had cannons in front of their trailers.
No way!
Yes.
Oh my god, that's sweet!
And they were aimed at Wendy's. Like, if they got their order messed up, hell had no fury.
I guarantee that they have probably waged war on Wendy's at least more than once. Blew a hole right into the wall, into the drive-thru. Come get it, you Yankee bastard.
And I'm willing to bet they were probably loaded, too.
You don't have to censor that one because that's...
We'll fight to the last Baconator.
Yes!
And then you just see like the dramatic camera pan over to like a half-smashed Baconator reaching out to his wife. The bacon and cheese covered fries. He's like, "Tell Baconator Jr. I love him." Daddy, no!
And then somebody eats...
And then it's just the movie Platoon. Except Charlie Sheen's character is renamed to Baconator Jr.
This is the second time we mentioned Charlie Sheen this evening. But the third time we made a reference.
I don't know why, man. I got tiger blood on the brain. Maybe it had something to do with being stuck in traffic for an hour in Wheeling.
Maybe. Hold on. Let's think about this for a second. You might just be a warlock. Ooh.
Fling your shadow bolt.
Can't. I'm not a warlock.
Well, if I get enough Yu-Gi-Oh cards, can I send someone to the Shadow Realm? Isn't that how that works?
I did see a Biden meme today that said he was going to...
send Trump to the Shadow Realm?
He's going to
I saw
send
that
Trump
too.
to the Shadow Realm, yeah. And he had a dual disc on his hand.
Well, if you're a warlock, you're supposed to take 30 minutes taking your turn, and then smack yourself for 2 and draw a card.
Yeah. Yep. Jada, you should play that card. Yeah, that one.
Speaking of that, I just recently found out, like, I barely played Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I played it some when I was a kid. I didn't play it competitively or anything.
I played in one regional and almost qualified for the nationals.
Well, I found out
deck.
at their, like, national tournament or whatever, or I don't know if it's national or world, but they get the English voice actors to act out a mock duel for each one. Like, I just recently found this out. And I listened to a couple of them, and oh my god.
Yeah.
They're the most, like, awesomely terrible things I've ever, like, had the mispleasure of listening to.
That's actually something that Magi Nation used to do, where their story would actually end per set until what's basically their Pro Tour happened.
Yeah.
And then the story finished at the Pro Tour.
I mean, it's a cool idea. The only thing is, like, the stuff that Yu-Gi-Oh! Does isn't, like, canonical or anything. It's more like, it's just fan service, basically.
Yeah.
Which is cool, but, like, do you really want to listen to freaking Brock from Pokemon?
I mean, usually when I think of fan service, I think of things that I can't say on the podcast.
On Ichibara?
Yeah.
I've seen enough tentacles to know where this is going.
Indeed. Unfortunately. Ugh.
So
did I tell you about when my ex moved out of my house? Like when I went to install some games on my computer?
oh lord.
I didn't realize that she had downloaded so much graphic novel material that I had to actually reformat my computer so I could install World of Warcraft.
Your ex was a weeb?
Yes, she was!
Nothing wrong with weed. Well, depending on how far we
depends.
It was pretty bad, man. It was pretty bad.
Like, there's Papa Frankie who warned us about this.
But I got home after I took her to... Well, no, after I got back from here, actually. And I went to install World of Warcraft on my computer. And it's like, you don't have enough space to install this 16 gigabyte game. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? And I looked and I was like, oh, that's a lot of hentai. And I tried to uninstall it all. And it's like, you can't uninstall this because you don't have the rights for it. And I'm like, I deleted her account already. So I just reformatted the computer.
Yeah.
Okay, so to go back to Iron Root Chef, since we're done talking about hentai.
20 minutes later.
Hopefully we're done talking about hentai anyway.
There's like 3 beeps right there.
This is going to be the best episode ever, I think. Because we have gone off onto so many tangents. I can't wait. Alright, so I feel that we should do an Eternal and a Standard.
I mean, okay.
Okay. So, for the Eternal one, we should have the 4 cards. And to make it more challenging, since it's Eternal, we should have to use 3 of them.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we making playsets mandatory, or can we have it as a one-of?
We have to have them.
I would say playset.
I'm not going to say a playset. I'm going to say at least 3 if your deck is actually centralized around it.
Okay.
Because you want, just like in Chopped or any other TV show that's like this,
Yeah.
you need to have the flavor there.
Yeah, well, like,
Minimum 2?
It has to
Yes.
be the centerpiece of your dish, basically.
Yes. Like, if we have, I don't know. Let's use the deck that I was playing before.
How about the red command?
Incendiary Command?
Yeah.
That card's not bad.
It's not bad. Like, the list I went off of, I only used 2 out of the Iron Root Chef that they had. They had Angelic Chord and some other, I think it was a black card that gained you life or something. I used those 2 cards.
Mm-hmm.
And that basically flavored my entire dish.
Yeah.
Is what we're looking at. But you wanted to have where all 3 ingredients are able to be tasted in the dish, is what you're looking at.
Okay.
Yeah. So even a minimum of 2 on one of them would be fine.
Alright.
Yeah, it just has to be playable, basically.
So, are we going to actually pick the cards and teams this week, or are we going to save that for next week?
We are going to pick the cards and the teams this week.
Okay.
That way we have the week to go over and do this.
So, do we want to start by picking teams, or do we want to pick cards first?
We should pick cards, and then we'll roll for teams.
Okay. So standard, well, for standard, I assume we're just going to do the 1 card?
Standard, we are going to do, I would say let's do
2?
4.
Cool.
That way we still have options.
Hmm.
Because there are enough bad cards in standard that we could do 4.
But are there enough bad rares?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, Panharmonicon's not that bad, but it's also not great either.
See, I don't agree with that, because Panharmonicon's been showing up in a lot more lists lately.
Alright, then never mind. I stand corrected.
Well, but I mean, like, it does see some main deck standard play is all, like...
Yeah.
If you want to go on that kind of tangent, then we could even count stuff like Etherworks Marvel, which only sees play in one type of deck, but that deck is very popular.
Yeah, it is. Let's see. Does this have a... No, it doesn't have a random card deck.
My
That's
app
more.
doesn't have a randomizer either. I'm just going to go to Gather and do it that way.
That sounds like an idea.
Are you going to pick the standard ones and I'm going to get the rest?
We can do that, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just going to jam... I'm basically hitting the random button on Gather.
Is this where I go
hit
get my
stuff.
phone because it does have random on it?
Yes, please.
Okay. BRB. If I can get out of here.
You should be able to get out of here. Jeff, get out of here!
Yeah.
But yeah, this if things work out like I think they will with this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
I want Jeff. Okay, I'm gonna pull out the things to. Oh.
Are these the options?
What's that?
Options?
Yeah. So these are going to be the ones that will be able to determine who's on the team.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Let's see. Just the only thing is that I don't think it'll be the turn. I don't think I can pick set though. Is the only thing. But I can limit it to creature. So first random card.
Well, we would need anything. And Archangel Thune is not a junk card. Says you, right?
I was gonna say, obviously you haven't played it.
Okay. Yours has to be. You're searching for standard. I got my first card.
Okay.
The first card I am selecting for the Eternal Iron Chef Challenge is Grim Backwoods.
Ooh.
Grim Backwoods is a land that reads taps for colorless, and you tap 2 black and a green. Tap it and sack a creature to draw a card.
That is a...
It's standard legal. Welcome Decks 2016 counts. But I don't
is
think it's...
it? Shivan Hellkite?
Oh, Hellkite, not Dragon. No, that card's not legal in standard.
So that's the only problem I have is that it won't go from standard to legacy. It's just anything. Well, that's actually a good card, so no.
What was it?
Watery Grave.
Yeah, it's a good card.
Oh, wait, that wasn't random. Hold on. Why is it...
Jade Monolith? We can't win a game with that. That doesn't even help you win a game.
Might save your dude.
That's about it.
Well, that's an anti-card.
Oh, that's what we should do. Anti-cards. Bearer of Silence. That's an Edict creature.
If it loads, ever.
And then we're going to use my Arcade Post tokens as our things to decide our teams. Now, since, like I said, there's 5 of us, there is an Old Maid, which is a bird token. It's Dan Quayle. So if you get Dan Quayle, you're out. But you do get to judge us. Seems fun. Okay, we have one.
I judge you whether I get Dan Quayle or not.
I appreciate that. So, Arcanist to the Omnipotent. How do you feel about that one? I mean, he's decent.
I mean, it's tough because, like, he seems like a good rare, and you don't really have to do much with him.
Instigator Gang.
That's better.
Let's do that. Okay, so our first card for this is Instigator Gang.
Yeah. I got the second one.
All right, what you got?
And you're going to love this. Because we didn't specify, the second card is Strategy Smategy from MacLeod.
Okay, what? Go ahead and read that. That sounds fantastic.
Roll a 6-sided die for Strategy Smategy. On a 1, this card has no effect. Otherwise, it has one of the following effects. A 2 is destroying all artifacts. A 3 is to destroy all lands. 4 is Strategy Smategy deals 3 damage to each creature and player. 5 is each player discards his or her hand and draws 7 cards. And if you hit on a 6, you get to roll the die 2 more times and apply both.
Oh man, that's gonna be awesome.
Oh, there's another rare.
What happens if we keep rolling 6?
Well, you just keep stacking, I guess.
Yep, you just keep going. Nah, let's not do Clockwork Beast. We can do spells, right?
Yeah. Right now it's just any.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, let's just keep doing any then. Celestial Ancient.
Yeah.
Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Should we do that one to go with these red cards? Because, there's so many enchantments.
What was the first card we picked? I'm sorry.
That was Instigator Gang.
Yeah.
Yes.
The OG EDH.
Arcadis Sabbath.
Oh, lovely.
Wand of Denial.
I have 4 for mine.
What you got?
Well, the one... Well, I thought you guys were picking for standard.
He was just going through. Yeah, that guy's not standard.
Mom's Doretti is not a bad rare.
Okay.
That's a rare.
Yeah, that's a rare. Remember, Magic cards weren't really good, but they were also really bad at the same time back in the day. So we need to find standard legal rares. So I think that the rares that we should look at are mainly from Battle for Zendikar and Kaladesh.
Well, I've been hitting random this whole time while you've been talking, and I hit a standard rare.
Well, what you got?
Sigarda's Aid. Yes
I
or
was
no?
starting to see a little bit of play.
There's all the rare cards that are in standard.
Okay, I'll keep spinning then.
Serpentine Spike.
Serpentine Spike? What does that do?
Nothing.
Oh.
It kills things.
Oh yeah, it's that multi-kill spell from Battle. It was really awful.
Oh, that thing! Yeah, that does not.
I see a card that looks like it might be terrible.
What?
Altered Ego.
Oh, Altered Ego.
Altered Ego's...
It's a clone.
Yeah.
Animation module? Oh, that card's good.
Serpentine Spike. 5 red.
Yo.
Serpentine Spike deals 2 damage to target creature, 3 damage to another target creature, and 4 damage to a third target creature. If a creature would dealt damage this way would die this turn, exile it instead. So you get to kill 3 things for 7, potentially.
Going through, I think Barrage Tyrant might be a good one to put in this.
Oh, that would be fun. I would build around Barrage Tyrant. He allows you to tap your colorless guys and deal their power directly.
No, he throws them.
Oh, okay, he throws them.
Yeah.
Fling.
Yeah.
On a 5/3 stick.
Yeah.
Terrible Fury. Excellent aim.
Beast Color Savant. I know what that does. Let's see. We could do Behold the Beyond.
What's that do?
5 double black for a sorcery. Discard your hand. Search your library for 3 cards and put them in your hand. Then shuffle your library. Oh, Brain in the Jar.
Yeah.
We should do that one too. Yeah, Brain in the Jar.
Brain jar.
All those words, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Shadows is still technically legal.
Ooh, you know what
It
card?
came out after battle.
You know what card we could tool around with? Permeating Mass.
Yeah. Oh my god, we should do that.
Conduit of Ruin. It's a 5-mana artifact. It's got to be bad.
It's not. It's a 6-mana Eldrazi.
Yeah, that card actually does some work.
Yeah. Confirm suspicions.
But that's just a counter spell with some extra value tacked onto it.
Deceiver Form. Oh, Deceiver Form! That could be a good one.
I'm looking at it right now.
See, I was thinking Stoneforge Masterwork.
That one's cool too.
I'd use that in my Bant Humans.
The Pala? That sounds like a terrible card.
It's pretty good. Here you go, buddy.
You obviously didn't hear the sarcasm.
I did.
Captain's Claws, very terrible.
Yeah, but that's just allies.
Yeah. Dragon Master Outcast. I hear that card's terrible.
I've got it! The one card we haven't been able to find a use for in any deck. Lupine Prototype.
It cruise vehicles.
Well, yeah, but we haven't done... But does it even show up in the good vehicles list?
No. I'm just saying it shows up in vehicle lists if they want to play terrible cards.
Eliminate the competition.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's a potential card.
And Marius Shepherd. That card is decent, but
Yeah.
it does open up doors.
I just feel like we shouldn't lean so hard on battle.
When it's full
But
of
that's
crap.
where all the bad cards come from.
There were bad cards in Shadows, like Harness the Storm.
I think that you are mistaken because I think that you have awful and terrible confused with awesome.
Felidar Sovereign? Really?
Fateful Showdown. No, actually.
Yeah,
that
Felidar
does
Sovereign, you just gain life and then win.
Yeah.
Fable Showdown's just you play Madness.
Final iteration.
That card's good, though. It's a flip card, and the front side is also really good.
Yeah.
How about Soul Separator?
Ooh, I have one of those. Yeah, we should do that. Soul Separator sounds good.
Alright, so... Right
Zendikar Resurgent. Whenever you tap a land for mana, add 1 mana to your mana pool of any type that land produced. Whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card. For 5 green.
But we already have an Eldrazi on the list, so you just build Tribal Eldrazi and that's it.
Okay.
Not you, him.
Oh.
Because I highlighted Kozilek.
Well, well, see,
Yeah, he's
I've
not
been-
used to anything.
we've been I've been compiling a list here. What do you guys think about this final list for both sets?
Okay.
For the Eternal list, I have Strategy Smategy, Celestial Ancient, Instigator Gang, and Arcade Sabbath. And for
You
the
want to do Arcade Sabbath?
and for the
Can we find a
standard
different-
and for the standard list, I have Barrage Tyrant, Brain in a Jar, Permeating Mass, and Soul Separator.
Can I see that again? That way you don't have to read it again.
Midnight Oil.
I think we have to find something else for the Brain in the Jar.
Okay,
Can,
let's keep spinning.
how about Zada? Can we build around Zada?
Ooh, that sounds like fun with the Barrage Tyrant.
Okay.
No.
Well, it's a Durgan.
Yeah.
Got enough Nissas in standard, yo?
Yeah, I know, right? There's only like 3. Tri-Sky Decaphobia.
Just Decaphobia? Yeah.
For Legacy.
Or we could just go fully on the throttle and just say Dubious Challenge.
Okay, so the Legacy one will have Dubious Challenge. I like this idea.
Both things are the same.
No, they're not.
Oh. Yeah. I didn't see the gains and loses they were awarded, so exactly like
I've seen more people lose their own Tri-Sky Decaphobia than I've seen win.
How about Gold Knight Castigator?
That's the thing that it deals 1 damage whenever the player takes damage or something?
No, this is the Flying Haste 4/9 that makes you take double damage from everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to play this in EDH
I've
now.
actually won with that in my deck.
That card actually saw a little bit of play in sideboards for a bit.
How about Inverter of Truth?
Verdant Crescendo.
Inverter of Truth,
That's the thing that removes your library from the game and replaces it with your graveyard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that guy's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a build. You could build around that, though.
Yeah, you can. But what about Verdant Crescendo?
It's just a rampant growth, with a tutor, which is cute. And I mean, it looks like Nissa's pooping in the art.
That's fair. Okay, so Wasteland Strangler.
Yeah.
My favorite part about that is it sounds like a serial killer that you haven't heard about since the 70s that recently came back.
I was thinking of a serial killer from Fallout.
How about Splendid Reclamation?
Splendid Reclamation. I gotta remember.
Gets all your lands back from your graveyard.
Oh, that thing. That could be good with the Inverter of Truth and put it in the graveyard. Okay. I didn't even look. I'm not going to look until we're done doing this. Well, Jeff's playing with somebody.
You're up against me, bud.
Oh, I'm with Devin. Phil, you're out.
All right. So, which one did you represent for which?
Well, the Haunters will be together.
Well, no, I meant like, did you associate like the pairs with each pair with a specific one?
No, just teams.
Okay.
I'm wondering. Okay.
I mean, I could really do either, but
Yeah, I mean,
I'd
it
rather-
really doesn't make any difference to me what I play.
what about you, Jeff? What do you think?
I haven't played Magic in almost 2 years, so I'm just like, I have no idea what's
So maybe-
going on.
So maybe we should do the Eternal.
Yeah.
You guys want to take on the standard challenge?
I figure we could just build the decks as teams, and then we can play against each other whenever we do it.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what you wanted. Oh, I
Yeah.
thought we were competing against each other.
No! We gotta do it as a team, because this is a team building exercise.
Oh, I got plenty of Innistrad and Ravnica blocks cards in my house. So
Well, we're just gonna proxy it up anyway. We're gonna use like Metadeck can do it.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and post the 2 lists on the Facebook page then. After we get this done, I guess, and then we'll start planning it.
Did we decide what the standard list was going to be? Because you said take out Brain Jar, and then we
Oh yeah,
we never replaced.
I was
it
looking
with
through the
anything.
list and then I couldn't find anything that I wanted to change it with.
Metallurgic Summonings. That card's kind of good.
Yeah, that card is kind of good. It went to $10 recently, then fell back down.
Noyandar?
Ooh, that
Noyandar.
sounds like fun.
He
Yeah, we should
does
do-
stuff with lands, doesn't
Yeah, he animates your lands when you play an instant or sorcery.
he? Yeah.
Yeah, I was playing him in Just Guy Ascendancy combo.
There you go.
Yeah.
I played a little bit with him. He's not terrible.
Mm-mm. There was one game where I comboed off, made all my lands into creatures, and killed all of my opponent's guys, and ended up killing them. It was pretty sweet.
Alright, so right now the lists as they stand. For Eternal, me and Jeff have Strategy Smattegy, Celestial Ancient, Instigator Gang, and Dubious Challenge. And Jaren and Devin have Barrage Tyrant, Noyandar Royal Shaper, Permeating Mass, and Soul Separator.
Oh, this is gonna be great. I've already got ideas.
I just heard 8 cards and I have no idea what they do.
Strategy Smattegy, you read it earlier. It was the one that you roll dice and hopefully
Oh,
win.
yeah. Well, I'm screwed then because RNG hates me.
Good news, there is no random number generator here.
It's a die.
It's a die. That's not a computer. So you could be fine.
Still RNG enough.
That's true.
I'll just roll like nothing but 6s and then roll nothing but like 1 or 2.
Yeah, so after we got discussing with Ironwood Chef, so we're going to go ahead and take a week to get the decks ready, and then we're going to play them sometime during the week, probably before we record before we actually go to record.
It would be the best option would be seeing if we can get our camera equipment ready and actually filming the match.
That'd be
but
awesome.
all bets are out whether or not that's going to happen. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. Are
About
there
the...
any shout outs or anything we want to give?
What?
There is that.
That can wait.
Okay, wait. Okay.
Well, me announcing that I'm streaming.
Well, no, I thought you were talking about something. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So I've started streaming. Very little after I get done work. I've been streaming about 2 hours a night with Blake, and we're just basically playing Hearthstone. But we will be playing some Magic Online. We'll probably be drafting and playing some Modern eventually.
After we get the Bloodborne Platinum.
Yes, Jeff and I are also working on a Bloodborne Platinum,
Which requires you to actually hop on Bloodborne.
Yeah,
And
but
now you have
that
Dark
Diablo.
Souls 3 too, and I've been on a Dark Souls 3 kick lately, so we might do that.
Yeah, I've also been working on that Diablo Platinum for quite a while now. Can't find that legendary neck at level 70. I don't know. It's just really hard to do.
Well, you tried crafting the one and then
What legendary neck?
I just need a legendary deck that's level 70.
Just craft a Hellfire amulet.
He tried that and it just kept eating his mats.
It ate your mats.
Yep, there's a bug.
Really? I was able to make mine.
No, didn't do it.
Because it would consume his mats and just
it would consume my 35k and my mats, and then it wouldn't give me anything.
You get nothing.
That's basically how I felt. But streaming's been great lately. For some reason, even when I'm on Twitch on my computer streaming Hearthstone, it says that Jeff and I are going for a platinum on Bloodborne. I don't know why, but it says I'm going for platinum with Jeff, and I'm playing Hearthstone.
Even Twitch wants you to get the platinum.
Apparently they do. But, whatever, that seems fine.
I would like to, because I progressed so far into the game that I would like for you to catch up, actually.
You know what? Alright, so let's go on to the shout-outs to close it out. I want to say thanks for Devin for being awake so late. And I'm glad to see that you found your boogie board. And I'm glad that you're writing messages on there to try to make fun of us.
I want to thank Sled, or actually Adecco, for actually getting their stuff together and actually sending me the stuff to get hired so that way I can leave Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yay, Jeff doesn't get his crappy employee discount anymore.
Yeah.
Do you have anything, Dakota?
No, not a thing.
You don't have anything?
Not this time, I'm afraid. All the stuff I was...
I'm pretty sure Devin wants to thank me for getting him like 200 points in Dark Souls 3.
Yeah.
After you basically rage quit Overwatch.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sure, we'll go with that.
That sounds good.
Well, not really rage quit, just be like...
I want to thank Nintendo for making me hate my life in the first 2 hours of Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Yep.
Thanks for holding my hand.
You've never played a Pokemon game before, yo.
I apparently haven't.
I just got mad. I was just mad that you couldn't name the rival.
That's because they didn't want them to be named, Never mind. I'm not going to make you censor this.
Things like I would have named it.
Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow rival names. Go. Google search it.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Grandpa, how could you forget my name? Oh yeah, your name is...
Your name is Farts. I mean, there was my Pidgey that I had in X and Y that I was really excited I named it. Especially after it learned Gust. I think that was the first picture I ever shared on Twitter. Butts use Gust.
Dodger would be proud of you.
I'm just happy I got sweet hair Diglett in Sun and Moon, and I named him Hey Yeah.
What's going on? Oh man! So far, the game's been good, other than the hand holding.
Yeah, I'm sure that I'm sure it'll pick up.
Better.
Anyway, y'all. That's it for tonight. Have a good Thanksgiving, because I know this will be going out the week of Thanksgiving. So enjoy your turkey and your footballs.
And to make sure you don't get caught off guard by any pregnant ladies trying to drop kick you.
Oh yeah, be careful on Black Friday, folks. Don't fight people unless you really, really have to.
I really need that Tickle Me Elmo from 2006. I mean, not 2000. 1996.
I really need that specific $350 55-inch screen TV. I don't care if there's 20 more that are still sitting there. I want that specific one.
Do you have any more of those $200 Panasonics?
Well, see, my secret project is I just wired a bunch of Furbies together and then put an evil child in them, like at Five Nights at Freddy's, and I'm just going to send that into Black Friday and then just walk in behind it.
That would be fantastic. Holy crap.
Feed me.
Feed me.
Opens his hands up, it's like a bunch of Furbies.
Oh, speaking of Feed Me, that was another musical that was really awesome. Little Pet Shop of Horrors. That was awesome. That was a great one.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
That's all, folks. Take care of yourselves out there. Be safe.
Yeah, that's all, folks.
We are out.
Bye, guys.